Now we will try to understand this method with the help of an example. Now consider the quadratic equation 2x square minus 5x plus 3 equal to 0. So now since the coefficient of x square is 2, we are dividing the equation throughout by 2. So after dividing the equation throughout by 2, we are getting the equation as x square minus 5 by 2 into x plus 3 by 2 equal to 0. Now shifting the constant term to RHS, we will get x square minus 5 by 2 into x equals to minus 3 by 2. So now we need to add half of the coefficient of x whole square on both the sides. Coefficient of x is minus 5 by 2. Half of minus 5 by 2 is minus 5 by 4. So minus 5 by 4 whole square is 25 by 16. It is, you can consider it as plus 5 by 4 the whole square, because square of a negative rational number is always positive. So instead of taking as minus 5 by 4, you can take it as plus 5 by 4 the whole square. So half of coefficient of x whole square is nothing but here 5 by 4 the whole square. So 5 by 4 whole square should be added on both the sides of the equation. And also the middle term will be written as a minus, that is 2 into 5 by 4 into x. We are multiplying and dividing by 2. So the equation is x square minus 2 into 5 by 4 into x plus 5 by 4 whole square equal to 5 by 4 whole square minus 3 by 2. Now LHS is of the form a square minus 2ab plus b square, which should be written as a minus b the whole square. So here a is x and b is 5 by 4. So x minus 5 by 4 whole square equals to 5 by 4 whole square minus 3 by 2. So 5 by 4 whole square is 25 by 16 minus 3 by 2. By taking LCM, here LCM is 16. So by taking LCM, you will get 25 minus 3 into 8, 24 by 16, which is 1 by 16. Now taking square root on both the sides, we will get x minus 5 by 4 equals to root 16 is nothing but plus or minus 1 by 4. Now transposing minus 5 by 4 to RHS, we get x equals to 5 by 4 plus or minus 1 by 4. So x equals to 5 by 4 plus 1 by 4, which is 6 by 4. After simplifying, we will get the root as 3 by 2. Now for getting another root, we are taking minus, that is x equal to 5 by 4 minus 1 by 4, which is equal to 4 by 4, which is equals to 1. So x equal to 3 by 2 and 1 are the required roots of the given quadratic equation. Now we will try to understand this method of completing squares with the help of geometrical representation. So consider the quadratic equation x square plus 4x minus 5 equals to 0. So now in order to represent x square, we consider a square of side x units. Then its area will be x into x, x square. Then for representing 4x, we consider 4 rectangles whose length is 1 unit and breadth is equals to x units. So the area will be length into breadth, which is x into 1 equals to x. So we considered 4 rectangles whose area is, each rectangle is of area x square units. And then for 5, we are considering 5 unit squares. So we have shifted the constant term to RHS. So 5 is represented by 5 unit squares of side 1 unit. So now we are arranging these squares and rectangles in order to form another square. So we have arranged the square of side x units and 2 rectangles on the right side and 2 rectangles on the underneath the square of side x units. So look at the second figure. We have arranged one square of side x and 4 rectangles, 2 on the right side and 2 below the square. But here you can observe that the 4 unit square places are empty. So the square is not completed here after arranging the square and 4 rectangles. So in order to complete this square, we need 4 unit squares. So we need to add 4 unit squares. If we add 4 unit squares on LHS, the same 4 unit squares should also be added on RHS in order to balance the equation. So we have added 4 unit squares on LHS as well as RHS. You can observe that the unit squares added are represented in blue in color. So now in the left hand side, the square is completed after adding the 4 unit squares. Now the dimensions of the new square is x plus 2. So its area is x plus 2 the whole square. On right hand side, already 5 unit squares are there. 4 more unit squares have been added. So 5 plus 4 will give you 9. Now by taking square root on both these sides, we get x plus 2 equals to plus or minus 3. Root 9 is plus or minus 3. Now transposing plus 2 to RHS, we will get x equals to minus 2 plus or minus root 3. Sorry, x equal to minus 2 plus or minus 3. So x equals to minus 2 plus 3 and minus 2 minus 3. So one root is obtained by taking plus sign and another root by taking minus sign. So x equal to minus 2 plus 3 will give you plus 1 and x equal to minus 2 minus 3 will give you minus 5. So minus 1 and 5 are the required roots of the given quadratic equation. Now consider another example. X square minus 12x plus 20. So here again we are considering a square of side x units. So its area will be x into x, x square. Then for 12x we are considering 12 rectangles whose length is 1 unit and breadth is equal to side of the square, that is x units. And then we are considering 20 unit squares. Now we are arranging all these squares and rectangles and unit squares as shown in the second figure. So here we have fixed the bigger square of side x units. Then the 12 rectangles we have to arrange 6 on the right side of the square and 6 underneath the square of side x units. Then the 20 unit squares have been assembled in such a way that it should form a square. But after arranging 20 unit squares, still the square is not completed. We need 16 more unit squares to complete the square. So since we need 16 more unit squares, we are adding the 16 more unit squares on the left hand side as well as on the right hand side. So when we add 16 unit squares on the left hand side, the square is completed. Now the dimensions of the new square is x minus 6. So its area is x minus 6 the whole square. X minus 6 into x minus 6, side into side. So x minus 6 into x minus 6, which is x minus 6 the whole square. And right hand side we have 16. So now you got x minus 6 whole square equal to 16. Now taking square root on both the sides, we get x minus 6 equals to plus or minus 4. Now transposing minus 6 to RHS, we get x equals to 6 plus or minus 4. Now for getting one root, we are taking plus sign and for the other root minus sign. So x equal to 6 plus 4, which is equals to 10 is one of the roots. X equal to 6 minus 4, which is equal to 2 is the second root. So x equal to 10, 2 are the required roots of the given quadratic equation. Now let us learn how to find the roots of a quadratic equation using quadratic formula method. And this method is considered as the easiest method among all the three methods. Given a quadratic equation in the standard form, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a, b and c are the numerical coefficients of the terms of the quadratic equation, the value of the variable x is given by the following formula. That is x equals to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So this formula we have obtained in the last step of completing square method. So this formula is known as quadratic formula. So using this formula, we can directly, by substituting the coefficients of x square term, x term and constant term, we can get the roots of the quadratic equation. Now we will try to understand with the help of the examples. Now consider the example 3x square minus 5x plus 2 equal to 0. Here a is the coefficient of x square, which is 3, b is the coefficient of x, which is minus 5, and c is the constant term 2. Now substitute these values in the quadratic formula. X equals to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Now substituting a as 3, b as minus 5 and c as 2, we will get b square minus 4ac value as 5 square minus 4 into 3 into 2, which is 25 minus 24, which is equals to 1. So whose value is greater than 0. So therefore the roots are 5. Using the quadratic formula, x equals to minus b is minus of minus 5, which is plus 5, plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac value is 1. So root 1 is 1 by whole thing divided by 2a. 2 into 3 is 6. So x is 5 plus or minus 1 by 6. So one root is obtained by taking 5 plus 1 by 6, which is equal to 6 by 6, which is equals to 1. And the other root is obtained by taking minus, that is 5 minus 1 by 6, which is 4 by 6. After simplification, we will get 2 by 3. Therefore, the roots of the given quadratic equation are 2 by 3 and 1. Now consider another example, x square plus 4x plus 5 equal to 0. Here a value is coefficient of x square, which is 1, b is coefficient of x, which is 4, and c is constant term 5. Now substituting in the discriminant, in the value b square minus 4ac, we get 4 square minus 4 into 1 into 5, which is 16 minus 20, which is equals to minus 4. So here b square minus 4ac value is minus 4, which is less than 0. Whose value is less than 0. Since the square of a real number cannot be negative, root of b square minus 4ac will not have any real value. So therefore, real roots do not exist for the given quadratic equation. Now consider the third example, x plus 1 by x equals to 3, where x is not equal to 0. So multiplying this equation throughout by x, we get x square plus 1 equal to 3x. Bringing it to the standard form, we get x square minus 3x plus 1 equal to 0, which is a quadratic equation. So now a value is 1, b is minus 3 and c is 1. b square minus 4ac value is minus 3 square minus 4 into 1 into 1, which is 9 minus 4, which is equals to 5. Its value is greater than 0. Therefore, we can get the roots of the quadratic equation using quadratic formula. X equals to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So minus b is minus of minus 3, which is plus 3, plus or minus root b square minus 4ac value is root 5, whole thing divided by 2a, that is 2 into 1, 2. So the roots are 3 plus root 5 by 2 and 3 minus root 5 by 2. Now we will try to understand the meaning of nature of roots of a quadratic equation. Now the roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 can be obtained using the quadratic formula. That's what we have seen in the previous slide. So what is the quadratic formula? Minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Now here, if b square minus 4ac value, if b square minus 4ac value is greater than 0, we get two distinct real roots. If b square minus 4ac value is equal to 0, we get two equal real roots. If b square minus 4ac is less than 0, we get no real roots. So here b square minus 4ac is called as discriminant. So nature of the roots of the quadratic equation depends on the discriminant. If the discriminant is greater than 0, then the quadratic equation will have two distinct real roots. If the discriminant is equal to 0, then the given quadratic equation will have two equal real roots. If the discriminant is less than 0, then the given equation do not have any real roots. So let us look at some examples for finding nature of the roots. Here consider the first example, 9x square plus 7x minus 2 equal to 0. Here a is 9, b is 7 and c is minus 2. Now we will find the value of the discriminant. B square minus 4ac equals to 7 square minus 4 into 9 into minus 2, which is equal to 49 plus 72, which is equals to 121. 121 is greater than 0. So here discriminant value is greater than 0. Therefore, the given equation will have two distinct real roots. And the roots are obtained using the quadratic formula minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So x equals to minus 7 plus or minus root 121 by 2 into 9, which is minus 7 plus 11 by 18, that is 4 by 18. After simplification you will get 2 by 9, and minus 7 minus 11 by 18, which is minus 18 by 18 equals to minus 1. Therefore the roots of